Good evening, good evening, good evening. This is Urban Nation Radio on rmconlive.com. I'm your girl, Akila Trene. We have Detroit, Dontrell Detroit.
How you doing? How you doing?
And Miss Roro is not with us this evening, so filling in, we have SB. Is that what you're going by tonight, SB? SB all day today. Okay. Tonight is Monday Night Love Sessions, and we are here from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. And I'm just going to give the rundown as I did the last time. This is Monday Night Love Sessions. Monday Night Love Sessions is intellectual stimulation from 10 p.m. to midnight. Our conversation is devoted to bridging the conversation gap between men and women as a means to combat the war on relationships. We cover the topics that are often overlooked, unmentioned, and outright taboo to shed light on our insecurities and idiosyncrasies as a way to humanize the love experience. Our conversation is real, refreshing, and relevant. You are guaranteed to walk away from a show with a greater insight of yourself and the people around you. At the end of the day, we all echo the same sentiment. I need love. Class is now in session. So I'm going to also give our contact information just in case you're interested in finding out more about Urban Nation Radio. You can follow us on Twitter at Urba Radio. You can go to facebook.com Urban Radio and like our page so that you can get information, updates on what we're doing on the show. You can follow us on Instagram at UNation, and you can also check out previous shows on youtube.com at Urban Nation Radio #1. And if you are interested in emailing us, maybe you want to send us some show topics, maybe you want to be a guest on the show, you can email us at unationradio@gmail.com. So, Detroit, stop talking and focus.
Hold on, that's my job.
We're on right now. SB, don't come on distracting people.
I'm trying to figure out the number.
Oh, okay.
Jeez.
The number
She didn't do her job.
is 323-965-1600.
One more time.
Now, you should know it too, right?
965-1600.
Yeah, 965-1600.
965-1600.
Yes. So we would love for you to join in our conversation on this evening. We are talking about soulmates versus twin souls.
Very interesting.
Yes, very interesting indeed. So I want to start here. I just want to know from you gentlemen. I feel kind of solo, the only lady tonight. So Key 77 is gonna have to get on with us.
Straight disrespect.
Oh, okay. Let me introduce Key 77 is in the building as well.
Okay.
All right.
Now I feel bad about it. Ooh.
Oh, she's over there. Key 77
Yes.
is in the building,
Yes, I am.
and she's here to hold it down with the rest.
Shout out to Dion too.
Ladies. Now he's not even here.
Okay,
So you know, you don't even know where they stand.
Where
You
she
know,
is, please.
right?
You was outside eating Roscoe's.
She's. Why are you telling my business?
Because you in mine.
That no. You're in hers.
We
Hey. Let's go.
Yes, please be the peacemaker. Okay. Now,
Oh my God.
soulmates. Before we even get into definitions and explanations and all that, I want to know, SB, do you believe in soulmates?
Anybody that's been together for 50 years, they have to be soulmates.
What?
It's a great possibility.
And why is that?
You don't say.
I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory.
You said anybody?
We're going to say 50 years.
No, but I'm talking about you.
What do
You.
think?
You.
Okay, go ahead, rephrase.
Wash your hands often.
My hands, sir?
Clean your surfaces
Go ahead.
using a disinfectant to prevent the spread of
Keep
cold and flu viruses.
You. Do you believe?
I believe, yeah. But I'm just telling you, like, that has to be living proof right there.
Okay.
That's all I'm getting at.
Okay. Have you met your soulmate?
Protection with each wash.
Have I met? I don't know if I've met her.
Protect your
Okay.
family.
But you know what? That's a funny situation. I probably have met her. I've probably been with her. You get what I'm saying? But I don't know yet. You know,
Okay.
because sometimes there's personal blockers, you know, personal issues. You know, I may not be ready to accept that this is my soulmate, you know, It's a lot of things that go into that, and it gets kind of deep.
It gets very
It's
deep,
kinda
and that's kind of the plan tonight, to go very deep.
I was about
Yeah.
to say some BS. I was about to say. Hey, but yeah, I agree. I agree. You know,
Detroit, you believe in soulmates?
I do. It's just people out there that just happen to touch your soul. You know, people that's out there that's made for you. It's people out there that are very sympathical. I think that's the word. You know, in sync. I'm not sure how that goes. You know, in sync. But there's people out there that are very in sync with who you are and in tune to who you are, that make you feel like screeching. But yeah, I believe in them. Long story short, I believe it. I do. Do you?
Okay, which mic are you using?
I'm in stereo right now.
You using two, like.
Answer the question.
Yes, of course I do. Of course I
Have you
believe
found
in
your soulmate?
soulmates.
One of
Okay.
them?
The
Yes.
answer is no.
Yes.
If you did, you
no,
wouldn't
no,
right
yeah,
now.
no, not true.
No.
Not true. And that's kind of what we're gonna get into
Go ahead and educate
today.
me. Educate me.
Because okay. Now I'm confused. Don't confuse me like that.
But anyway, we're gonna hit DJ Henry real quick, and we're gonna come back from the commercial. Again, shout out to Pitbull, our sponsors, and any screeching loud noise that you hear. We love them all. DJ Henry, cue us up.
DJ Ree.
DJ Ree, I'm sorry. DJ Ree, cue us up for this first song, and we will be back right after this song commercial.
Right. So we are back. We are back. Monday Night Love Sessions. And we kind of already started a little bit having the discussion here in the studio about twin flames. It's twin flames, twin souls that goes together. And then you have soulmates that go together as well. And before we went to the song break, I was asking SB and Detroit if they believed in soulmates. And I didn't forget about you, Key 77 over there. And we also have Cameron David, who's here with us as well in the studio. So I want to make sure that we hear from everyone. And we have some other people here, too, who might later on jump on a mic and join our conversation, hopefully. So, Key 77, do you believe in soulmates?
Yes, I do. I do believe in soulmates. I believe there's someone out there that's just for you.
Just one?
More than one.
Oh, wait, hold
More
on.
than one?
Because you never know. Like, what if that doesn't work out for that one person and you see
then
somebody
what are
else
they
and,
for you?
you know.
They could be for you if
They
they
can
are.
Yes.
still be for
They-
you.
Yes.
They were already confiscated.
Yes.
and you met-
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, fair enough.
Yes.
I'm gonna get out your business. I was just asking a question.
Whatever.
Yes. Okay.
Good deal.
Cameron David, were you ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
All right. Do you believe in soulmates?
Yeah, I definitely believe that there is someone out there genetically and spiritually connected, you know, or designed to be for you.
Okay. So do you believe in multiple or just one?
I think that there's one that is designed to be for you, but I think that, you know, I mean, just through life you go through obstacles, road bumps, you know, you may hit a few people that seem like that one. They may have similar characteristics, they may have similar traits, but that one that is your puzzle piece.
Okay. Okay. So like a perfect fit type of situation.
Exactly.
Okay. Key 77, I know that when you sent the topic out, that someone kind of reached out to you and they shared with you a quote.
Yes.
Do you have that quote?
Let me see.
Because I think I want to start with that quote of it's an explanation of what a soulmate is, and then we can kind of start from there,
Have
and
a
then
quote, too.
and then we'll go to Detroit and his quote for his soulmate, and then we'll kind of talk about that.
Mine's for twin soul, not soulmate.
Okay, well, we're talking about soulmates first. Soulmates versus twin souls. So,
Aight.
so because some people may not believe in soulmates at all.
Right.
I believe in soulmates. I also believe in twin souls. And when I explain it to you, and I'm gonna have to read part of it because of the simple fact that it's better when you hear it, and maybe it'll make more sense to some of you all. I can explain it, which I will also do, but I definitely want you guys to hear it. Has anyone besides myself and maybe Detroit with the research you did today heard of twin souls before, twin flames?
I've never heard of twin flames. I'm just reading about it right now.
Oh.
Never heard of it.
I've never heard of it either.
So when someone kind of mentioned it to me, and it was some years ago, one of my good friends, and we were talking about it, and I was like, twin soul, like what? Like this is crazy. So I started researching it then, and of course when we were getting ready to do the show, I went into further research, but definitely want to talk about it, see kind of what you guys are thinking, and in my opinion, it's always going to come back to a spiritual connotation, so I'm going to share that as well. So Key, do you have it?
Yes, I do.
Okay, can you read that, please?
Okay, it says, people think a soulmate is your perfect fit, and that's what everyone wants. But a true soulmate is a mirror. The person who shows you everything that is holding you back. The person who brings you to your own attention so you can change your life. A true soulmate is probably the most important person you'll ever meet because they tear down your walls and smack you awake. A soulmate's purpose is to shake you up, tear apart your ego a little bit, show you your obstacles and addictions, break your heart open so new light can get in, make you so out of control that you have to transform your life. This is what someone sent me when I told them about the topics.
Who's the does it have like a
Elizabeth Garbutt? Garbutt.
Garba?
Yeah.
Elizabeth Garba? Okay.
Gilbert.
Odd.
How did you know that? Who said that?
I read from her earlier.
Oh.
Okay. Great.
Odd.
Is that what you're saying? All right.
Odd.
All right. So with the idea of soulmates, so yes, I believe in soulmates, and really it's just a matter of today me just sharing a lot of the information that I found. So there was some information that talks about, soulmate, the one person you mentioned, being married to someone for 50 years. And I saw, another article that's talking about, yes, if you decide to get married to a person and yes, you're together, at the point in which you decide to marry that person is going to be your soulmate, or that person is your soulmate because you've decided that you want to be with them for the rest of your life. So that's one aspect of it. Another aspect is that there are actually multiple soulmates that you can have, that a soulmate doesn't have to come in the form of a romantic relationship, but a soulmate could also be a really good friend. Like when we talk about someone being able to take you from one level to the next, someone who understands you and someone who you connect with and bond with, that person can be, a really good friend. It can be a family member, it can be a coworker, but you share commonalities and where it just kind of makes sense. I know, Cameron David, you were talking about like a puzzle piece and fitting in, but like that perfect fit that you have with different people where it's kind of unexplainable, but at the same time it's kind of divine. And I kind of believe it in that way, that you can have multiple people to come in your life as a soulmate. They don't have to stay forever, but that person can also advance you in a way that helps you to mature and maybe get you to the next relationship or the next phase in your life.
I agree with that.
I do too. I just think, and added to that, it also can come with work. The more that
definitely.
Well, I'm just saying, like, because we are talking about versus another thing. it just seems that it's not just so much about the way a person may have been incarnated to be your spiritual being. A lot of it seems to just come with understanding and work, which is why it doesn't have to be somebody that you necessarily are romantically involved with. So I think that soulmates can also be developed.
Soulmates can be developed.
Well, or
my
actualized.
question, I guess my question is, if it can be developed.
Let me say actualized. Let me say actualized because
Ask your question. I want to hear
I'm
the
just saying,
question.
because if it can be developed, why would it be a soulmate? How about that be a working relationship?
true. Because, well, that's why I said they're
Well, I would ask the question then, what was the reason for the relationship in the beginning? Like, what was the draw? What brought the two of you together?
It's obviously an attraction.
Well, I mean,
Physical.
beyond.
Before we go there.
Are we
before
talking about
any
relationships or just regular regular?
We're still talking about soulmates, right?
Well, because she brought it being different, characters like
Right.
family members and friends and baby mamas and stuff like that.
When we start talking about soulmates, it's usually the opposite sex.
Yeah, that's what
and-
that's what I thought.
Or
That we were
excuse
talking about
me,
soulmates.
for some of y'all out there that don't do the opposite and do the same, no
It's
discrimination here.
it's a lover.
But yeah, your lover usually, right?
Yes,
Well,
that's where I thought we were coming from.
To answer,
Are we?
To answer,
What do you, I said that a soulmate could be.
Oh, one and one.
Right,
or
I'm
the
saying
other.
like no. I'm not even talking about like. I'm saying romantic as well as
platonic,
and or
spiritual,
yes, and what else am I gonna say?
education.
take the words out of
Educational.
the
All right.
Sentences in
Right?
there,
So that's what I'm talking about. Okay,
Gotcha.
I'm saying that's part of the information that I found, that it can be, it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship.
Thank you.
Whereas when we talk about the twin soul idea, it is just one, and it has to be a romantic relationship.
Yes.
And
You mean the
it
twin
needs
flame.
to be masculine and feminine coming
for it to
together.
yeah.
So that's what I'm talking about.
I'm not even gonna touch that.
So are you saying that
But-
like most people in today's society are confusing the two, soulmates and twin flames?
Well,
Or
I
could it be
believe
said that
I
that's
believe
going
I
on?
believe that they can interchange or whatever. Like I said, this was the first time I had ever even heard of the concept or the idea. And then when I started researching it, because I was really like, I just hear people talking about, finding your soulmate, or I'm married to my soulmate, or I love, this person. I wonder if they're my soulmate, because at the end of the day, all of us, and just like I said in our intro, all of us want to be loved
right.
by someone.
Everybody.
Everybody does. That is universal. No one can say that they don't want to be loved. Everyone wants to be loved. So, I mean, the way you want to be loved and who specifically you want to love, okay, that's going to differ and maybe change and all of that. But with everyone wanting to be loved, you get what I'm saying? There are people who are looking for that, divine type of connection, that spiritual connection with a person that they know, okay, this is the person that was made for me. Whereas some people, it's just like, okay, this is a cool relationship. I'm good with that. I don't need a soulmate because I'm happy here. So I believe that with those people, maybe the idea of a soulmate is irrelevant. You get what I'm saying? Or they can say, this is the person I'm married to, this is my soulmate. And then someone else who maybe understands, or they, research and they know, okay, I can have multiple soulmates here, but there's one person that has that design, kind of using the words that you said, that's designed for me with the idea of this twin flame. So it doesn't matter if you call it a twin flame or a soulmate, you still have the same concept. You get what I'm saying? So that's really all I'm really trying to convey, that
Gotcha.
as long as you understand the concept, then it doesn't really matter what you call
I'm glad
it.
that you covered the gamut of what everything could be. But I do want to go back to his,
Are you trying to be smart? It's too early. I'm ready.
I don't think he was.
I'm
I
ready.
just call him out.
No?
Come
Okay.
on, Debo Isha.
Best friends here today, so I get it. Your soulmates here. So I got
Where we going with that?
it. You guys are soulmates.
I'm done.
Okay, be done. But y'all are soulmates.
in the parking lot. In the parking lot.
Pew pew, shots fired.
But I would raise the point because I would much rather say actualized, but I would also say you could say developed because isn't it normally the fact it's the production in a relationship versus the normal counterproduction that you've had with another person that leads you to believe that this is my soulmate. Like I've been with so many other people that just didn't figure me out or we couldn't get it together, and then you get with this person, they may not. It may start off slow or maybe not be what you thought, and then you find yourself with them a few months, year, things are going well, things are meshing, and it's not, and they learned to be that way. So now you're thinking, yeah, it doesn't have to be the truth, but you're thinking like, well, this must be my soulmate because it was so much different with everyone else. There's a mesh point here. There's not a mesh point there, and we know how all things start, so.
Are you talking? Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
And in that same breath, I do agree with you. But then again, we've all loved for many years and thought, this is it. This is my last stop. This is my soulmate. And guess what?
Oh, I'm not talking about whether we're right. I'm not talking about
Crash and burn.
whether we right or wrong. Those are two.
Who the hell are you? I don't know who you are.
Because
You know what I'm saying?
there's people that we think that are soulmates that somebody outside looking in will be like, no, they're not.
My point. So in saying that,
Well, it really doesn't matter
No.
what the outlookers think or say, but
I was just answering his question as far as
What
I'm
he's
not
saying-
talking about right or wrong. I'm
Right.
talking about how you feel at that time.
right.
Because if it flame out, it flame out.
so what he's saying is,
It does to a certain degree.
it can be your own perception.
I'm sorry to.
It can be someone else's perception, and they be like, no, but you may believe
Your
that
whole
this is
family is
my
like,
soulmate.
no.
Yeah, right.
Your whole family is like, no.
But I love
you
her.
follow that.
You can't be stupid in love.
Well, that's where I feel like I
She's
You
already
cannot
been
disagree.
there, done that.
I disagree too.
I disagree. I believe no. I'm just saying.
Like I love him.
No, because what I'm saying is because when you really get into it, at the end of the day, it's a connection between two people, and sometimes if family members, okay, the main goal should be this: family members should not want you to get hurt.
Yes,
You get what
they
I'm saying?
should.
And you, if you're in a relate, because there's another term. I don't want to talk about it today, but there's another category: soulmates, twin flames, and then there's another
What is this
category with
category?
people who are in volatile relationships that are abusive, and they think that this person is just loving me, but
Loving
they're really
hip-hop.
just abusing,
hip-hop.
and taking advantage and hurting. So that is also a dangerous place to be in.
Yes.
So that's another relationship. So sometimes outsiders can see that, but it's almost like you have to understand, within yourself that if you're talking about a soulmate relationship, it's not going to be something that's abusive at the end of the day. I just believe that.
Oh, yeah.
It's not going to be abusive. Now,
You're correct.
it can evolve. You said something can be developed. Some people just need to get help. Like, it could be your soulmate, but they just need to get help. Mm-hmm.
My soulmate not gonna whoop my ass, baby. What you talking? I'm sorry.
I hope not.
I'm sorry.
And they shouldn't.
We digress. There's no way you a soulmate and you getting your ass whooped.
What did you? I just said that.
repeated.
You said they could be your soulmate.
I
but
said,
they're
but if you
abusive?
listen, I said no.
Okay.
If you listen, I
Talk to
said your soulmate should not be abusive to you in that situation. I said that person, not in the relationship and in what's going on. If that person they need to get help. They could be someone's soulmate. Yes, they can. You act like if someone is in a place where they are damaged themselves, that they can't get fixed to a point where they can be a soulmate for someone. Yes, they can. I believe that wholeheartedly.
Yes,
Okay,
they can.
okay.
That's all I'm
You can
saying.
learn from that
Hey,
person.
I don't disagree. But let me know one person other than Tina Turner that's gonna sit and take that many ass whoopings from that. Well, he could be my soulmate.
But you just heard me talk about a volatile relationship, right? But we're going to come back to this because we're going to take a
you're
break.
right. We off of it.
Yes,
You're right.
we're going to take a break,
We off
and
of
then we're going to go to a song, and then we'll be back.
DJ Reed, Q, what's up?
So, when you fall in love with hip hop? Right here.
All right, so we had to, I guess, set a mood in here. Stop frowning. We're on. We're back on. And stop eating.
These cheeses
Don't-
is good.
Do not
Wow,
put
wow.
another Cheeto in your. You guys are so ghetto. How can we be professional?
They
if
from
you guys are
Watts.
ghetto? Wait a minute. I'm looking at myself and I'm kind of
Carson.
dark. This
Carson.
lighting is not good for my dark skin. It's really,
Really?
it's really not
Is that
good
where
for
we
your
going?
dark skin.
I think I'm the darkest person in this room, sweetheart.
No, you're
That's
You're
you?
not.
Okay.
you're not.
You probably got a day on me. You got a sunny day on me.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't even remember what we were talking about before. I
guess
know
now
it
we
was.
just go ahead and
Yes.
talk about twin
So go ahead.
Do you?
Go ahead. You do what you wanted to do, and
Okay.
I'm gonna do what I do.
So I'm gonna read a quick quote. And it says, Twin souls are different from soulmates. They're not just random souls we've met in the past lives. They're two souls brought forth from the same spiritual seed. So I think this is vastly different from what soulmates really
Yes.
are. Now, like you said, you think there's only one twin
Yes.
soul. Now, I don't exactly agree with that, but I do think
So you
it's
really
only,
just gonna chew on the mic?
I was trying to figure out what that was.
now I don't necessarily agree with that. I do think it's only likely that you will only meet or run into one twin soul, but I do think there's more.
Tell him.
What?
Go ahead. Keep going.
Something wrong with you, but I do think you can. I do think there is more than one twin soul. So, for instance, they say twin soul. When you meet a twin soul, it's almost like there's an immediate lightning bulb or lightning feeling that takes place. You know, there's a split mirror image almost of the life that you live and have lived. So, which I guess we should bring you to the twin part. So, like, let's say I've been sick all my life, you know, and going through hardships,
It's your twin soul coming.
right, and then I meet a girl and she's been depressed all her life and having issues as well, you know, and then
You're the light at the end of the tunnel.
we meet and it's kinetic. We can't step away from each other. You feel me? Everything that we do is not only in sync, but it's toward one another, and everything seems inevitable. And not to mention there's some type of glow that affects not just us but everybody else. So, and then everything in our personal life is step for step, stride for stride. So now, as opposed to the soulmate where it's like I met this person and where I may have met you and we talked, and then was like, oh, you know, man, I was just talking to the homie Chris. You like, well, Chris, you feel me? Chris from, you know, licensed Chris from way back, you know, red light, green light Chris. Oh, I know that Chris too. You feel me? Then we got a mutual person in common, and then we talk and like, you know, you understand me. Like there's a little bit of work that takes place. With the twin soul, it's automatic. The minute I meet you, it's like, oh, damn, you got dreads, I got dreads. Feel me? You wear glasses, I wear glasses. I just took off my scarf. Then there go your scarf. You feel me? I'm hungry. I want to go to some Denny's. You said you finished my like, you know. So it's real weird and in sync like that, and it's something that you can't really step away from. But you will know it when you feel it, because I have met one of my twin souls, and I can guarantee that.
Well, I'm sorry.
Okay. Go ahead.
Hold on, wait a minute.
It wouldn't necessarily be considered a twin if you got more than one, right?
I would agree with that, unless you
I would agree.
with
Yeah.
triplets.
They have quadruples and sextuplets and all.
Well,
But then
I'm
that's
just
but
saying
a
that's-
twin soul would be one other person. Okay,
That
I'm
means
gonna,
that you're
You said twin.
twins with everybody.
Twins needs one.
Break
Right.
down the
I said
definition
something.
of twin
no,
souls, please.
There is
okay.
more than one.
I'm gonna explain it, and then I'm gonna find the perfect part that I want to read to you all to give it more explanation.
Make it plain.
Twin soul. There is a person, a woman for you, a woman for you, a man for you, Key, a woman for you, Cameron, a man for me. Twin soul out there, okay, in the world somewhere.
The universe.
What about?
Oh, well, and rock too. I'm sorry.
He like, wait.
It's what for rock too?
Oh, okay. Well, That's why we're talking about twin souls, twin souls, twin souls. The way I understand it,
definition of twin soul.
twin soul, man and woman.
Who got you?
That's all. That's what I need to clarify. I'm sorry. Soulmates can vary. Man and woman, twin souls. Twin flames.
I'm not going to indulge in that. Can you please move on?
Okay, I was just clarifying for those who wanted clarification. That was all. That there is a person that is out there that is basically created. The two are created to do greater works, and so in meeting this person that is considered your twin flame, twin soul, the meeting, like you said, it is going to be similarities that are unexplainable, but at the end of the day, the connection is spiritual. It's not based on a physical thing. It's not based on an emotional thing. It's based on how you see the soul of the person, because it's basically, when you talk about the mirror image, it's you seeing someone that mirrors your soul, which means that you're going in the same direction. You have the same lifetime goals together. And what happens is, when people encounter their twin flame or twin soul, it's one of those things it's very difficult to deal with. It's probably the hardest relationship to encounter, because of the simple fact of, because you're meeting, it's a mirror image type of thing. You're
meeting yourself.
You're meeting yourself in a way, but you're meeting your insecurities. You're meeting your fears. You're meeting the things that are hindering you or keeping you from where you need to be. So it's almost like you have to go through soulmate relationships to get to the point of the twin soul, because before you get to the twin soul, you have to be broken down. Because at this breaking down point, this person is going, together you're going to move to the next step. Ego has to be out of the way, because it's very difficult, because like I said, it's a spiritual type of thing. So it's one of those things that's really hard to explain. The best way that I like to describe it is, when I think of it, is I think about Adam and Eve. And I think about the fact that when God created Adam and Eve, he created Eve out of Adam. He said, Adam, I'm going to create someone, because a man should not live alone. So I'm going to create someone who's going to be your helpmate, so that you can now be fruitful and multiply this world, right? And so from there, okay, he had to go into a deep sleep, because he was in a deep sleep when God took his rib and then created Eve out of the dust and Adam's rib and all of that. So he had to go to a point where he had to be broken down, like I said, down. Okay, now we're using analogy. He's down. And God then created this woman for them to now together do things greater than what God had for Adam to do by himself. And so I'm gonna stop there with that part. But I think of it as, there are two people who come together, as it says in the Bible, to be one flesh. So they're not half of anything. It's not like a half and a half come together to make a whole. It's a whole and a whole that come together to make another whole. And so with the twin flame relationship, it's one of those where it's, it can be a fearful type of thing, because again, it's not going to be an easy relationship. You can meet this person, like you said, and not have maybe ever had a conversation or ever hung out. But when you do meet, you have a lot of similarities. You have a lot of things that kind of really just bring you together, in a sense. Yes, you want.
So you are telling me right now, if you meet yourself, it wouldn't be easier to deal with the person that mirrors your own image?
No, it wouldn't.
No.
How not? I would.
Absolutely
hold on, wait a
not.
minute. Let me tell you why I say
Because
this.
you are your worst critic.
Exactly.
In most occasions, but I'm saying a lot of times, what men have problems with, women think that our mind reading meter has full life batteries, that we're supposed to know things that they feel like they gave us hints about, or this is just basic things you need to know. No, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, because my mind reading meter don't work. You get what I'm saying? So if I have a clue on someone that I am almost created like, or this is my my image right here. I know you because I know me. It would kind of be easier to deal with you. You get what I'm saying? We wouldn't have as many problems as she's talking about. Like, oh, it'd be hard to deal with, and you know, I hear what you're saying because
In a sense, I do agree with you by saying that, because you should be able to just finish that person's thoughts, their sentences,
anybody that you know
what
like
they're
the
feeling.
same things you like and
But-
are into the same things you are, it won't be as hard.
But
Right,
as it
and
would be to
still,
get somebody
but you're
that is
still,
not of
you're-
like.
Right. Here's the thing, though.
He was talking.
Any
Yeah, can I get my comment
okay,
up?
Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. But you're still looking at it as a man and a woman, so you're looking at yourself as a man, and then you're having the woman version of yourself. That can never be good.
But it could be just that.
Not saying that it can never be good. I'm saying it's you're bound to run into roadblocks,
Yeah, of course.
because of the fact that you guys are so much alike.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm a Libra. I've never had a great relationship with another Libra.
I'm a Libra, and I've only had the greatest relationship.
I was
with
about to
other
say,
Libras.
I know
I've never.
he can attest to that.
As a woman, as a Libra woman, as a mate. No, I've never. We've clashed too many. We're too much alike.
I've had the greatest relationship with them.
It
For that
don't-
very reason. But I'm sorry. But I think if you can make it just that simple, because to me it's almost contradictory to say this is a soulmate and then there's work to be had and we made it through the test of time, and then say there's a twin soul, and then to put yourself in that same group to that. So like, where's the actual twin part of the mesh point? I think it can be just as simple as the opposite being the woman that you're dealing with. Just to allude back to him, you know, if we because to say we're gonna be so much alike and we're gonna bump heads, and then to have that or another woman say we broke up because we were so different. Feel me? Where's okay, we can't either. I'm breaking up with you because now we're so different.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm a little confused on your confusion.
You,
Okay, so
you.
I agree that twin souls propel you to another level. I don't agree that you have to be whole. Well, I don't agree that you have to be broken down. I just agree that you have to meet. Now, I think that you can be, that there's more than one twin soul, for the mere fact that life is cyclical. Cassidy said at least everybody got one person dead in their family. You feel me? So from that point alone, we all got twin situations. So in everybody's family, there's a you, there's a him, there's a me. It's just up to us to meet that person that's mirrored to us in that given situation. I don't think it's likely, but because we all parallel one another, of course, there can easily be more than one twin soul to a certain degree. Now, the way you explain things, I would ask you, because everything is so spiritual, not to say that I'm not spiritual, but I would ask you to explain to me the atheist version of a twin soul.
How can I explain the atheist version of anything? I'm not an atheist.
Okay.
All right now.
Okay, but that's
So I'm not going to explain to you an atheist version of anything because I only experience it the spiritual
okay,
way.
but
That's
So
what I
does that-
believe.
does
That's
not
what I know.
mean
no, but that's what
It is
I want
finished
you.
in its totality
Right,
because it's coming from your angle.
Right, and I said to
It's
be
in
honest,
the Bible.
Well,
Wait,
no,
no,
what
no,
I'm
but-
saying
but-
is
but-
you can introduce an atheist version if you like. I am introducing the concept of what it is. So if we're talking about something that is spiritual and you're talking about somebody who doesn't believe in anything spiritual, then obviously they wouldn't believe in a twin soul.
Hello.
So then
but
what
it's still-
is the conversation?
But it's still about incarnation, reincarnation. But I really said it as a joke to really get away from the man woman.
Where was the joke
perspective.
part? I didn't laugh.
Because it wasn't funny to you. It tickled the shit out of me.
But you didn't laugh either.
Oh, shots fired.
Said it.
Pew pew.
You got the gun. Okay. All right. But what I
We're going to need you to sit down and break.
Stop chilling.
I think
Heard it conquer.
if you just in the dating world, to me, you can have a twin soul. I'm not gonna reduce it to just
Okay, did you come up with the concept?
Look.
me.
Did you come up with the concept
Did I come up with the concept?
of twin soul?
No, I did not come up with
Okay.
the concept.
That's all I wanted to say.
I did have the feeling though.
Okay.
So, but I'm just saying.
There
To
are
again,
others
it
that
is.
I know that like the same sex that feel like they are in the same situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Feel
Same
that
sex
way.
is
So
abomination.
again, this is your own
But
understanding.
that's a different conversation.
Right. I mean,
Right.
And I would like to be here for that show.
Hey, but
because I
Tripp,
wanna
this is
see.
your own understanding.
Yeah.
This is your own understanding, and he came to his own understanding. You feel me? At the end of the day, anybody that mirrors you and you feel like this person is so much like me, I can get along
okay,
with them.
wait,
Hold
but
on,
you're
hold on,
missing
hold
the
on.
point. No, not hold on,
No, no,
because
no, no.
I was going to speak 2 people ago, and I allowed some other people to speak.
So I'm going to just stop talking while
no.
I'm talking. I'm serious.
Yeah, because it was you were
Yeah,
talking,
yeah.
and then you cut me off, and you said he was talking.
We're not finna do this right now. Speak.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Speak.
No, we can't. Let me talk. Okay?
We are.
Because what you're talking about is, I'm not saying that the 2 people are so much alike and blah blah blah. What you're missing is the point of a soul are things that we don't understand. Things that are innate in us, that were God given for us, specifically the design that is for you. So you are going to come against someone, okay, who is going to see and or bring those things that may be hurtful, that may be painful, that may be whatever broken down things that you've experienced. And through this person, you will then go through the steps of healing and go to your greater self. The 2 of you together, that's the point of the 2 souls coming together, are going to do work together, not as one. Because people can do and not be in a relationship and choose to be on their own. 2 people can be in a relationship and not in a spiritual relationship, if we say, and they're still separate. They're not together as one. You do what you do, she does what she does. And they're doing what they do separately. Then there are people who are joined together in the work that they're going to do together as one. To me, in my opinion, this is the twin soul, divine connection, bringing together relationship.
So are you telling me in a divine connection that there is going to be so much struggle before they get to the promised land?
Tell me this, SB.
There's always
Just
going to
ask
be
you a
In
straight
life.
question, baby.
Jesus.
In life, do you go through struggles?
Yes.
SB. In life, do you go through
Amen.
struggles?
Yay, man.
Of course, we all
Yes.
do.
Now, and then do you go to a point where you feel, because do you believe in God?
I do.
Okay, do you get to a
homie.
point where you feel as though God can bring you to a point where you feel kind of at ease?
What you mean? After struggle?
Yes. Where you feel like you're not struggling for a moment with God.
I don't never feel like I'm struggling with God, sweetie. I'm
No,
sorry.
not, okay.
Jesus. Okay, so I'm gonna. So
I don't know what you're asking.
basically, there is always going to be a storm before the calm.
Hello.
I get that.
There's always going to be that in life. We go through life experiencing different life lessons, journeys, and each journey or chapter to our book, there's always going to be a conflict and a resolution. And so that's what she's saying. And upon meeting your soulmate or your twin flame, you will come into this relationship and there will be some struggle, but there will be peace in the end.
I get what you're saying, but my thing is,
You don't think that a soulmate, there should not be any.
with a twin soulmate,
soul,
whatever,
yeah. It should just
if
be all
one person
gravy.
is willing to be submissive, you tell me where there will be a problem. Of course, there's going to be little minor problems. You didn't put the seat down. Babe, you keep leaving all these lights on.
Mm-hmm.
Babe, why you didn't wash the dishes? Why you didn't take the trash out? You know, babe, I just got up. I was on my way out to work. You know, my bad. That's basic stuff.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But somebody that you know, and they're so much alike you, and if you like them that much, you're willing to do whatever it is to make them happy. That's where I'm going, because I'll come off my horse, because I got a high ass horse. You feel me? But if I like you that much, I'll come off my horse for the sake of us. You get what I'm saying? I'll be very submissive for who I'm dealing with. And if she's that easy to deal with because I know who I'm dealing with, you are just like me. You laugh like me, you joke like me, you think like me,
then there can't be an ego.
What the hell?
I understand, but
That's where I'm going. I'm
Well,
not
really
saying it's
quick,
not
really
possible.
quick. I'm sorry.
No, but in
Just
that-
really quick. Hold on, real quick. The number is 323-965-1600 if you want
Say it
to
again.
join in our conversation. 323-965-1600. If you would like to join our conversation. Right now, we're reaching the top of hour, so we are going to transition into a break, and then we'll come back, and you can join us in the conversation, and then SB, you can continue, so hold your thought, please, and then we will continue on. So,
That's a lie.
going to a break. You can give it this time.
323-965-1600.
323-965-1600. And let me just clarify for everyone who's listening and or watching the definition or my explanation and or opinion is spiritual soulmate situation, not necessarily secular world soulmate. So I don't know who's representing the secular world definition here, but I'm not. So I just wanted to make that clear for everyone, so that there's no confusion, because I know that can be confusing. And
Well, you know,
I want that to be known.
He's not devil's advocate. The devil's just on the other side.
And I also would like to clarify when I say and thank you help in the studio. I won't say your name, but there is a complimenting type of thing, and I know Rock, he was also sharing over the break too, the yin and yang type of idea that one brings this and the other brings that, and you come together and you're able to make it work as one. But anything great, in my opinion, is going to take work, because you're going to have the ups, the downs, the highs, and the lows. That's the best of a relationship. You know what I mean? Because if everything is just smooth sailing, like I think of, just as an example that everyone can relate to, I think of our President Barack Obama and Michelle Obama. I feel as though their relationship, I am certain to this day, is not an easy one. But I know even coming into it that it was a difficult one, that they had to deal with ups and downs. But the idea of it, do we have a call coming through? Is that what that means? But the idea of it is that John,
Stop the press.
Stop. But the idea of it,
Who's on the line?
y'all done thrown me off my thought. I guess I threw myself off my thought, but
You definitely stopped the show for the for the light.
Hey, got a call. Answer that.
Yeah.
Just give me the light.
Caller.
I'm sorry.
We got a caller?
Pick up the phone.
How you doing, caller? Who is this on the line?
Hi, hello.
Your name and where you're from.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
can
we can
hear
hear you.
Oh, this is Dolores.
Hi, Dolores.
Hi.
D-Lo. We don't give up about.
I just-
Okay. Go ahead.
I just want to say hey to you guys. I'm
Hey.
listening in, and of course, this is like my favorite topic. Is that Kiana?
Yes.
That's Key 77.
77.
We'll beat you up.
Yes, yes.
Government issue.
Right. What would you like to say, Miss Dolores?
Okay, I have a question.
Okay.
I wanted to know, have any of you guys experienced being with your twin soul yet?
I didn't hear it.
I believe I have.
I believe I have.
I believe I have as well.
Headphones. Can I get some headphones?
Is there something you want behind that?
Actually,
Have
yeah,
you?
I want to know, what was the experience? Like, how did you feel? And if you have met with your twin soul, why aren't you guys together to this day, or are you guys together?
Me and my
Key 77 have a breakdown over there.
Twin soul or soulmate?
Okay, well, just speak
No,
from
twin
which.
soul.
Okay.
Twin soul.
Just checking.
Okay.
Have to clarify.
me and my twin soul aren't together. And we were together. It was actually probably the shortest, longest stint of my life. And I say that in the sense that
Used.
I say that in the sense that she was the only person I was ever to spend every day, every moment, every hour with, so it seemed so long. But it was only a year. But the time, I can't remember really a bad time except for the one daunting issue that came up that I really couldn't deal with. And it really didn't have anything to do with me dealing with. It was more about a respect issue, seeing how you assess, like, you know what, because she's my twin soul, I gotta take care of her better and make myself right, and then if it comes back, it comes back.
Okay.
But it was the lightning in the beginning that never dwindled. That's to me, and that's why I say she was my twin soul. I've been in some 2 5-year relationships. I've been in a few 6-month relationships. I like a lot of people. A lot of people love me. And you get into a situation, and it always, for the most part, it can always grow old and stale where you got to work to get out of it. Well, with her, it was never like that. It was almost like being with your best friend that was the opposite sex that you could, go there with. I mean, like.
Okay, so wait, I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
So this is coming from the person that believes that there is more than one twin soul. Is this correct? Because I don't know your name.
I'm Doncho Detroit. Say it again. I didn't hear it.
I said you are the one that believes that there is more than one twin soul.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. So, and you just said to me that you're not with your twin soul because you feel like you need to get yourself together.
At that time, correct.
And that if it comes back around, then it comes back around.
Correct.
Okay. So, if it doesn't come back around, then you believe that you will meet another twin soul.
That I will meet them? No. I just believe that it's possible to meet another.
So then you feel like you will settle for a soulmate, or?
And when you put it like that, when you're dealing with parallels, then yeah, you're settling for either a soulmate or somebody less than a soulmate.
Okay, but I just one more question, then I'm gonna let you guys go.
And you have to share your opinion too before you go.
Oh, sure. I just want to know, because your story is very interesting, because you met your twin soul, but yet you've let her go because you feel like you need to get yourself together. But how do you know that, or why do you feel that you should have let her go when she's there to help you with all of those issues you may have?
Speak, D-Lo.
Well, as I stated, I don't know if you would listen last week, but I talked about being stupid or being smart, and you were stupid before you found out you were smart. There's always a maturation process. It's easy to find things out in retrospect. Hindsight is 20/20. While I felt it, you feel me, I didn't know the magnitude of it until I got with somebody else and realized it will never be the same as it was with somebody else. So we take things for granted and figuring, well, this was so strong and so kinetic, it has to come back. And that's really what you hope. And that's really why I let her go, because I was ignorant to the fact of how I took it. It wasn't until I thought back and realized every day that we had was genuine, cool, and great and fun in comparison to being with somebody else way longer who was my soulmate, and it still wasn't the same.
Right.
So while I was in it and I was going through the issues, I didn't realize at the time that I knew it was different. I knew for a fact it was different. I just didn't know the magnitude of it and how different it was. So it wasn't until I got smarter, because I was stupid then, to say that I let my twin soul go.
Well, that's very interesting, and I just want to encourage you, because if you met your twin soul, then that's what it is. And I feel like, I've experienced my twin soul as well, and they say that if you really love someone, that you'll let them go, and if it's meant to be, it'll come back to you.
Bullshit.
So I agree with you on that aspect of you letting her go to get yourself together or more prepared or whatnot. But you just have to hope and pray that she does come back to you. And just to give my experience, I have experienced my twin soul and my twin soulmate, and it's just like, it comes to the point where, one twin soul is ready, but the next is not. And that's what my situation was, almost like yours. I was ready, but he wasn't. And it's like, all I can do is just let him go, and hopefully he'll find me again. Or, not even find me, but just hope that he can reach me again at the level that I'm on. Because as souls, we're growing constantly. And when you're not growing with your twin soul, your twin soul can get left behind.
Correct.
Can I
So-
interject? Can I interject, please? I have five
Well,
words. I
Wait,
have
for
five
her?
words. Yes.
For her? Oh, okay.
For her and Detroit.
Okay.
Faith without works is dead.
Right.
I say that because they say, you know, you let your soulmate go, and you know, if it's right, they'll come back. But what about the interim? Like, what about working to go get that? Like, you say that, Detroit, you say that you've met your soulmate, you were stupid, you didn't know what you had, so now in retrospect, you know that it is what it is.
She's married.
Okay,
Ooh.
thank you.
You lost it.
So on to the next.
So just Dolores, I'm sorry. Did you have anything else?
No, that was it. I just want to
Okay.
say that I'm really excited
Sorry.
about you guys' talk show.
Yay!
I want to give you guys encouragement to keep on doing what you're doing because, you know, it's bound to grow, and just stay positive, and that's it. I want to say I love you guys.
Oh, we love you too. Thank you. Have a
Alright.
good evening. Keep listening though.
Bye.
What I wanted to say, like to what you were saying, you were talking about faith without works is dead. Is that what I really wanted to comment on? I wanted to say something.
I don't
think
know.
about
You
what
forgot.
she was saying. Go ahead. Just go ahead. Tag you in. Let me tag you in.
Now, again, who's to say that you really met your twin soul? You get what I'm saying? We're going off of feelings and a tad bit of impulse. You get what I'm saying? I'm sure Tina thought Ike was the nigga for her. You get what I'm saying? And we've all thought, oh, I love her so much, and she
must love
she
Tina Turner.
understands. Well, I just know she got ass beat, but I know he's for me. I know she's for me. You know, but he got like 17 other girlfriends. You know what I mean? And I know he's not ready to move where I'm trying to move, but guess what? He never was. You was feeling more than he was feeling. You get what I'm saying? So, to say that this is your twin soul, you're coming to your own understanding about this. You know
Well,
what I'm
I think I was just going to say, in the sense of what I was going to say before, is with your situation, you mentioned that she's now married. And, you know, I believe that you can have multiple soulmates, is what we were talking about, and then just having that one twin soul. But, you know, because people kind of work off, you know, flesh and do what they want to do sometimes. You know, sometimes, you know, we can be stupid and we make mistakes, and maybe we, you know, get with someone that we probably shouldn't be with. Maybe we're in an abusive relationship that we should not be in, and then someone decides to settle and or stay. Now, when you make that decision and you marry that person, well, yes, now you need to stay and you work. However, if that was a relationship that wasn't necessarily supposed to be, but you got together and you stayed and you're trying to do whatever to work it out, I believe that now that could have been someone for someone else, but now because of whatever, you know, choices that they made, mistakes that they made, well, now that option is now gone because of the simple fact of we were working off self. I think that twin souls only happen to those people who are in tune and really on that path to meet it. I don't think that everyone will meet their twin soul in their lifetime, but that's why I believe that you have soulmates. I believe that that's why you have the opportunity to meet and connect with different people, because a twin soul situation, this is not just a fly-by-night type of thing. Like, I'm just going to walk out the door tomorrow and just meet and see my twin soul. I don't believe it works that way. I believe when two people, and again, I'm speaking spiritually, two people are on that spiritual path, they're going to find one another. That would be the difference between seeing two people who've been married for 50 years and they just been married for 50 years and they love each other, and seeing two people who've been married for 50 years and you see something in that relationship, like you're like, wow. You see them, they walk in the room and you're like, wow, like it's something about that relationship. I've seen differences in relation. I've seen married people. And then I've seen people where I'm like, that has to be God-given, that right there. You get what I'm saying? Because two people were on that same path. When I talk about ego, I'm saying we go into a situation, I want this, I want this, I want this. The other person, I want this, I want this, I want this. Yeah, you can work it out and you can work towards it and you can make it work, but you're not going to have the highest level of what that relationship can be because you are in the way. When you are in the way of a relationship that's supposed to be spiritual, it's not going to get there. And that's just my opinion.
I think that's the part I was.
You getting your own way, basically. He got in his own way.
Yeah.
But to again, let me ask this question: is God omniscient? Is He
Yes.
all-knowing?
Yes.
So if He has somebody that's created for you,
Wow.
why would it not be And they
Why?
feel like they came to I found my twin soul. I found him.
Why?
I found my soulmate.
Why?
But if he has made someone scripted and molded for you, and it's supposed to be.
Well, tell me this, and this is the best way I can answer that. God made Adam and Eve, and he gave them full reign and full dominion over everything. That was God given. He gave instructions, and what did they do?
I think you misunderstood my question.
No, but listen.
Okay, I'm listening.
Because that's what he ordained it for everyone to have that bliss, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I mean, she always gonna mess it up.
My thing is, if it's supposed to be, it will be. Now, how the hell can someone else believe that, oh, this was my twin soul?
I'm going to answer that after
And
the break.
who is to say that
After
it
the
is
break.
a twin soul?
After the break.
Right,
I'll
run that
answer.
break. But who's to say that it is? You know what I'm saying? You come
After
you
the
don't
break.
understand it.
Okay. Keep talking to me.
I
Keep
wanna-
talking to me while we go to break.
You need to keep talking so we.
Keep talking to me while we
I
go
don't
to
wanna
break.
talk anymore.
Yeah.
You ain't never.
Hey, hit that break. Hit that
DJ
break.
Ree, do
Keep
you-
We're
going.
going to break. Break. All right, we are back. This is Urban Nation Radio. You are listening to Monday Night Love Sessions. We're talking about twin souls and soulmates, and y'all won't believe, like, during the break, it was like 15 different conversations going on. But this is what I love, because even if you disagree with me, you all out there in radio land, and even you guys in here, that you're having a conversation, and that's really what it's all about. That you're being stimulated right now. If you get upset, you don't like what I'm saying, and you like, I want to say something. You know what I mean? That's still stimulation, and I'm glad, because that's what it's all about. If you're asking yourself questions, if you're talking to the person next to you in the room, or call them on the phone, or you're texting someone else, I mean, that's really what it's all about, is stimulating the conversation. Let's talk about some things outside of all this reality TV junk that's on TV and all, just other stuff. Let's have conversations about some other stuff that is, of substance, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And so, over the break, you, SB, asked the question. I don't know if you remember the question, but we also have, and remind me of your name, young sir.
We're still getting.
Oh, we're still getting set up? Okay. Well, we have someone who is going to join us in just a moment. I know he's been dying to get on, so we want to hear from him as well. And if you would like to call in, you still can. The number is 323-965-1600 if you want to join us in this conversation that we're having. So, SB, you had a question. I mean, you were asking a question, and we said we're going to come back to it
I think she
after.
put that on you because you forgot.
You know damn well I don't know what the hell I asked you.
You were asking.
Thank you,
Talk to me,
77.
kids. That's that dark skin connection right there. Talk to your cuddy. That's you but know what he's talking about.
If God placed your soulmate there, why we don't take it? I feel we all have choices. Everybody in this world, we have a choice. So if God mold someone for you, you have a choice to choose that person or to go on to figure out the person that you think is for you. That's how I feel.
So
My thing is,
how can you choose how can you choose someone and you don't know who you are? First of all, we've been going on this topic of soulmates. First of all, a soulmate starts with yourself, and if you can't identify who you are or whom you are, you would never identify with the person that God put in your presence or in your face. And now you have to realize the world that we live in now in 2014, people here are superficial. So they just don't want to have soulmate. They want security. They want things. They want stuff like that. And if, like the young lady said, in the Bible, soulmate didn't have anything. They didn't have the things that we have in luxury now. They had dirt, clay, and land, and donkeys and chickens. That's
And
it.
that was enough.
Right.
They riches.
That's it. Right. That was the riches. But if we strip the land down now, people are not getting to understand what's going on. Me and the young brother over here was talking, my dark-skinned brother over there, we were talking about if you marry someone these days, look at her mother. Because you look at her mother, 5 or 10, that's probably sometimes who you're going to get.
That's not true.
That's the truth.
No, it is true.
That's the truth.
It's very close
true.
to
That's the
it.
truth.
It might be, but that's not all.
Y'all smell that?
I don't agree.
That smells like denial.
It's true.
There's always an exception to the rule. There's always the percentages, but for
course.
the majority, you can pick out
I'm gonna go with 97%.
Nah.
So would that go to look at his daddy?
I say not. Yeah,
Right. I said the same thing on that.
If
Far as a
you're
man,
around,
find him.
as far as a man, yes, true.
Look at his daddy, and you go with the daddy
99.9.
personality as well.
I'm not
Now I'm gonna tell you,
I'm not gonna
hey,
deny it, yeah.
I'm gonna say this.
Or whatever.
Or
A lot of
no,
people-
you can't really say that because this is LA's 2014. There's a lot of single mothers out there,
Right, no,
so you got to.
Okay, like I said,
nowadays.
So you can look at him. You can look at his mama and see him
It
too. Huh?
doesn't
Yeah, I'm
matter.
gonna- hey, I'ma
It
say
doesn't
this.
matter. You
I'ma
can
say
still
this.
be the image of your father, even if the mother is single. Still doesn't matter.
But now that's a whole different topic. We talk about single.
Okay, look.
Single's choice.
Let me say this: I was raised by my father only. You get what I'm saying?
No mother.
No mom, pops only.
Well,
from
when
diapers.
you said father only,
We understood.
It was emphasis, okay.
go ahead, brother.
So all I'm saying is, it kind of depends. You know, there is no case that it will always be the same. My father raised me. I am a splitting image of him. You know what I mean, I don't have his same attributes, but I have a lot
In
of it.
abundance.
Yeah. I was about to say some other stuff. I'm talking about my mouth. A plethora. A plethora. There we go. But for lack of a better word, we go. I have a plethora.
Spit all on the mic.
No, I didn't. Look, to the listeners, I didn't spit on anything. We're good. Okay. But yeah, I'm like him for. I'm like him for real.
Pause.
You know what I mean? I really am like him. You know what I mean? Some of his ways I don't have. I'm just a different dude, but a lot of them I do have. You know what
Okay,
I mean?
let me ask a question.
Go ahead.
Let's piggyback what you say. Now we're talking about soulmates, and say that we come across our soulmate, walk up on her, walk up on him. How do you introduce yourself to your soulmate, and what do you do, and what do you say? Because sometimes you can walk up on your soulmate and don't know what to say or what to do, or how to introduce yourself, or where to start.
Can I ask this question? How do you know if it's your soulmate by just a visual look?
Because it's a feeling.
Because her booty big?
No. That's a
small
different.
butts.
Your
That's a different
soulmate,
story.
your soulmate is not even gonna have a booty. I'm just telling
I
you.
just said I like small butts. It's okay.
I'm with you on that, brother. Can I get an amen?
Only need a handful.
Actually, I don't like small butts. I like all butts. Women butts.
But I'm serious.
Pause.
I'm serious.
Hey, you killing me with that random ass pause.
Wait a minute.
Again.
And I say
Start
that.
out.
I say that on the simple fact is because I just came from the DR, and when I was there,
DR?
The Dominican Republic.
Righteous.
That's right. And,
Get out the word.
And coming from there
Get out.
and seeing how raw the land is, some people have no electricity, but you seeing the woman. And the woman is knowing her place.
Speak.
And I don't mean in a bad way.
Speak.
I'm saying that she's don't mind in cooking and cleaning.
Speak.
And putting to the pot. Not spending the $10. If you bring $10 home, she wants half of the $5 already. She's telling you, okay, put it in the account. We're going to make this thing grow. Now, where we live at now,
But wait, just real quick
Soulmate.
to interject, because what you're explaining is a woman who sees the bigger picture, who's like, I'm not in this for self, but I'm in this for
The game.
The
for
team.
us, for the
Right.
team, for the
Right.
relationship
Right.
that's moving forward.
A
Continue.
twin soul.
The helpmate.
I want to ask you that.
Yes.
Was it hard to not consider every woman there, like your soulmate, like she's so
Knock it
good.
off, Detroit. You're trying to go off subject.
No. It's
no.
to-
I mean,
It's not a-
being
it's a
a
visual,
being an
though.
individual.
it's cultivated differently.
But being an individual person, you can smell the ratchet, and you can smell the connection, and you can smell
never
the
lied,
person's
Jack.
for you. You understand.
And
It's
I'll say this.
I tell people it's a fragrance. Like when I tell people all the time, I smell that ratchet on you. That's a fragrance. I call it. You sprayed on you today.
You
And
ask anybody in this land
Maybe it's
what
just
a
a
ratchet
natural
is.
sense.
No. You ask anybody, what's a ratchet? They probably can't tell you exactly what it is, but they can point her out.
How you act that day.
My nigga.
A ratchet is how you act that day.
That day.
What you put down.
Because you ain't got to always be ratchet.
That's like a woman with shoes and her heels lean over and she thinks she cute. That's ratchet.
Oh, that's ratchet.
I don't think that's ratchet. I call it uncomfortable. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Well, now,
That is ratchet.
bring it on back.
Yeah.
Bring it on back. Let's come back to America. Are we back in America now?
Yes, we are. Yes,
Are we in LA?
Yes,
Whoop,
ma'am.
whoop. In LA. Okay.
I don't know.
She from Roscoe?
That person, if that woman from the DR came over, the way is explained. Well, actually, to go back to your first question about the soulmate, I think you would have to approach your soulmate the right way to capture her. I think your twin soul. I don't think you would. I think you guys would be drawn
To each other.
together, like
But
you,
I mean,
couldn't miss it.
But my thing is like, and I'm not ignorant when I say this, but what is a twin soul really? Because I know how I'm everything of the above plus some extra and the kicker rock and everything else. So we both, I'm a Scorpio, so we both the same.
All right, mate.
Something's not gonna work out
A twin soul is really
somebody's gonna.
It's not based on your zodiac sign.
Right.
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying. But some things of those that are true. Like
No,
I
no,
can
wait.
say about my personality, and I say it that way. My personality, I'm honest, and whatever's in my brain is coming out my mouth.
You said you're a Scorpio?
Yeah, you know, and I'm honest, so I'm gonna speak what it is. But then I'm African, you know what I'm saying? So does that make a little? Then I'm a New Yorker, so then I'm a New Yorker, so I'm a little.
You a New York African, son.
You're all together. Wow.
You got the triple whammy, son.
Whoever your
I'm a
twin mate is,
Scorpio
I feel
from New
sorry
York,
for her.
Africa, son. You know what I'm saying? Hey, don't, hey,
I'm a new African.
hey, don't make this warrior come out me, yo. Except this warrior gotta come out. It's gonna be trouble,
Really?
son, for real.
Yo, son. Yo, son. That's what I tell her. Yo, son.
Hey, already.
Okay, but
Already.
again, because we were talking about before, the idea of the yin and yang, the complement type of thing, that it's not going to be the same person. It's not going to be the same you. Not two of the yous, you get what I'm saying, that are moving forward. But it's everything that is in you, everything that is in her that needs to come together to be able to function together as one to move forward. Okay, because you're still a whole. She's still a whole. But you're coming together because, and I really just think it's one of those things, like, you just know at the point which a man is like, you know what, this is the woman that I want to be with for the rest of my life. Like, I want to marry. Like, as when did you decide that you wanted to, propose? I mean, anybody in here married?
She made you want to say, preach, baby. Give me the tithes and offering. She be on it over there. I feel like I'm listening to a Lauryn Hill CD.
I love Lauryn Hill. But I'm just saying, like, that's just how I see it. I see the twin soul situation as someone. I don't believe.
But you know, we have more women like you, more women to reveal themselves and walk on that path. It'd be a less complicated world. It really would, because I feel I understand. But I'm saying,
you mean that it would be less complicated?
Well, I'm just saying, because we have women such as yourself. And we have women that are not like you, different ways. So the world is complicated.
She's a challenge.
No.
She's the truth.
Tell on your friend. Tell on your friend.
I may seem like a challenge, but that's only because at the end of the day, I do a lot of self-reflection. That don't mean
you're not a challenge.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that I'm not.
Self-reflect on being a challenge.
And as my daddy told me, Daddy, if you're listening, he told me that it's going to take a special man to deal with, whether it's a deal with type of situation, to deal with me. And so I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about those who are not up for the challenge, because they're not even a factor.
But see, that's a real man coming. So a real man gonna say, "Boo, bring it." Let's
and that's what I'm saying, because there are going to be things in him that are going to make me upset, because it's going to bring out a certain aspect of me that maybe I didn't want to be exposed to.
Now, I will say this. This is one thing I believe in.
At what point do you accept that?
It takes a strong, and I say this, black woman to make a successful black man. And what I mean by that is that she has to be on her P's and Q's, and she know who she is and whom she is. So when I come to her with my issues, she say, "Baby, it's all right. We're going to make this thing work."
All right.
Not sitting down with Shaniqua got this and Shaniqua got that. You sit down or go live with Shaniqua. But a strong black woman can smell success from a man that don't have nothing right now.
Hello.
But she can make him help it grow when she's on her P's and Q's
There
and know
it
what
is.
she's doing.
Potential over status?
She knows in the long run she's gonna benefit. And people always say, "Well, why y'all?" And I ain't going to race issue, but they always say, "Why you always get with the white woman?" Because the white woman know her place. She know at the end I'm gonna win. If I help him go right now, when it gets big at the end, now when he want to leave, I'm getting half of that. But she helped him grow, and that's why I want us black women to be like, help it grow.
There's some of us out there.
Yeah, there's some of y'all
They
there.
ready to leave when you get half of it.
But they ready to go when you get half
Well,
of it.
yeah, a lot of, and that's just what it is. And it doesn't even just have to be a black woman thing, but there are a lot of women whose priorities have changed. Where, like we were saying before, it's more of self. Like, this is what I want to get.
Ratchets.
You get what I'm saying? I want this, and I want that, and I want, and I want, and I want. He need to have. He need to have. He need to have. Well,
Potential.
Hey, that's what I was saying. Is it potential over status? Because we had that talk too.
Well, that's
And
a
everybody
topic
chose
for another
status.
day.
Everybody chose status.
Yeah, but
right now we're agreeing with potential, yo.
I
heard
I
that.
didn't choose status.
No,
last night.
everybody did not
Go
choose
back
status.
to the show.
No,
I did
no.
not choose status.
That's
I don't think
not
I
a
wanna hear
truth. That's not a truth. And status and
hear it.
potential will be a show for another day.
We're not
Make
gonna
sure
go
that
there.
that you're here for
We're
that.
not. I probably might be at work, but hey,
Break.
that's potential.
But we are going to go to a break now.
Good deal.
I'm glad we got that soulmate talk out the way.
Sessions, we're talking about, well, the basis of the conversation is soulmates versus twin souls, and we've been having really good conversation, in my opinion. Again, we still want to hear, from you, the audience, if you're still awake. I know it is kind of late. What is it? 11:30 something, but you are welcome to continue to call in 323-965
Number SB
1600. You can call in and join our conversation. And I think when we were going out Detroit, did you want to say something? Because you were kind of bringing us back to the...
I don't know. I was trying to.
While you think on that, I think we should address his question. He said, "What would you say to your soulmate if you was to meet him?" Rudolph.
Oh, Rudolph. I did want to respond to that, and then I do have some people who are at work who have some questions as well. So I'm going to read kind of what they say as well, so that they can be a part. I just believe Rudolph is kind of one of those things that when you talk about, Cameron mentioned faith. I believe that it's not something that you'll have to worry about, because it's just gonna flow, and it's just gonna be in sync, and you might not even need to say anything. You get what I mean?
I feel you, sister.
And that will come, together. Sometimes it's better not to say anything, because you might say the wrong thing, because you're in self. Just let it happen. Hold on. Okay, so let me see. Okay, so I have a comment from one of my friends, Sid. Thank you for listening, watching in, all of that. He says, I'm convinced that I found one of my soulmates. We've never had any type of sexual contact, but our connection is like no other. My question to the panel is, are you guys okay with your soulmate spouse having another soulmate?
Oh, did I
What?
say that?
Yes, you said that out loud, so you might as well go ahead and take it away.
I'm gonna need you to run that back. I'm not sure if I all the way.
So the question is that if you're married, is it okay for your spouse to have a different connection with someone else, a soulmate? Was that the question?
You know what? Hey, in all reality, if you didn't get your girl before she started dealing with somebody else, it is a great possibility that her first love can be her soulmate. You get what I'm saying? At some point, you know what I'm saying? But it didn't work out, so now she's, switched or changed her.
So you're saying that you're married to your wife, and me and your wife was cool before you and me and her like this,
And that's okay.
Now,
That's
see,
all right
that's
with
what
you.
I'm saying. Like,
Cool.
that's
I'm
that's
okay with
where that's where trust comes in. You get what I'm saying? If I trust my wife and I
I'm
trust my
married,
girl,
right?
and that's why we married in the first place.
Well,
and I'm sure I have no enemies with my ex. I'm not enemies with none of my exes.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? They can call me right now, Shani, I got a flat. You know what? I'm on my way. Of course, I gotta call my girl like, why the hell you going? But she has a flat. She's stranded on the road. She's just gonna have to understand, because that's what it is. I'm gonna just go help her out, and I'm going on home. You get what I'm saying? But the reality of the situation is, like, there was somebody before you. It probably just didn't work. But that don't mean that you guys did not have that. You said kinetic connection. You
But
know what
I
I'm
think
saying?
that comes with to me that comes with maturity and being grown up. Because if you're not grown up and you're not comfortable in who you are and believe in your mate, that's not gonna work.
And he said, how would I feel if my girl went to go and help him? Well, I've had the situation happen before, and I was uncomfortable about it.
Right.
To be totally honest.
That's that man in you.
That's it though.
That's it.
That was it. But at the end of the day, where she's coming back home.
But
You get what I'm saying? And I have to understand what it is. I understand what he meant to her, what she meant to him at some point in life. It didn't work, but now this is what it is.
But I think that only that works if she sits down and puts you two together and you know who he is and you have that conversation.
I know
and
who
comes
he is,
over to
but
the home and he has a good time and y'all are friends and you realize that this is her best friend.
I'm not going to be friends with somebody that used to put his mouth on my woman.
Why
You
not?
might already be.
Wait a minute.
Right,
Why not?
right.
If
But no.
she can be somebody that put
Okay.
their
And you
mouth
know
on-
what?
I'm sorry.
It's funny that you say that.
Right.
Because that's so
Right.
possible. You know what? I'm not talking about like that.
But
I
why?
can deal with somebody that used to put his mouth on her, but I'm referring to like, oh, y'all used to be in love, and I can't be really
But see, that
friends with you.
goes
I
up
can
in the
respect
being.
you
But that's going to
for who you are and who
grown
you're
up.
dealing with. But that's what I'm saying.
That's
But
being grown up.
My thing is, I believe anybody that cheats on me, she's losing.
Well, no.
You know what I mean?
No, because
and
first of
but
all,
if it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be, brother.
yeah,
You know
but
what I'm saying?
I mean, you like a 100% cheater. So I mean, you can't say that because that's like a person say that to you like you like a 100% cheater, like you cheat. So you can't say that if she's missing out. That's her loss, true, but ain't your soulmate.
That's the point.
That-
That's the exact point.
What's the point?
What's the point?
Your soulmate.
If she cheat, you cheating on her. That ain't your soulmate.
No, but he's not saying he's cheating on it. You said he looks like a 100% cheater.
I was just being funny. That's
No,
what I was
but
doing.
right. But I'm saying to that point, but to that extent, my soulmate wouldn't cheat on me.
Well, how you know that?
I'm thinking my soulmate wouldn't cheat on me. Now, granted, I talked about earlier about being stupid and then being smart. Only reason I was able to realize that she was my twin soul is because I got smart later. Didn't recognize it then. You know, so if I'm thinking a person is my soulmate and I'm in it, and she's not my soulmate and she's the most ratchet thing under the sun, hey, you know, I got smarter after the fact.
Okay, just really quick
That's why
for
it's good to be
clarification.
friends
For clarification for the original question, basically, he's saying that they've never dated, they've never had any sexual contact or anything like that, knowing that that's the soulmate. Are you comfortable with that woman being with? Let me just make sure.
So basically, best friend being a male.
And I am. One, because that's the reason. One, because I married her. Two is because I talked to my friend Tree about losing or gaining open-mindedness and getting rid of the stereotypical ideology that we have in this world, is that we have to live life a certain way. You know, like we have to, like we really can't get on. That's almost like saying you've had sex with somebody, and granted, in his situation, there was no sexual contact. But that's like saying you've had sex with a woman and never became genuine friends with her afterwards. So I'm genuine friends with women that I've had sex with that I will never touch again in that regard. That I want any person that I'm talking to in the future to understand that this is just a friendship. Yeah, at one point, because like he said, there's always an attraction that brings somebody together, and you may be thinking, we all think that all of our relationships gonna work. They won't. They don't. To me, but like we talked about more victories in relationships a while back. Friendships are byproduct of failed relationships. So if I marry somebody, I want them to know that, hey, maybe this is some type soulmate, but it didn't work. And I have to understand, just like he said, look, I'm not the last dude on earth. I may be the luckiest dude on earth.
Well, let me say this real quick, because I think I mentioned this before, and y'all know me. I bring up the Bible, but because there was a scenario, and we talked about this a couple of weeks ago, but because this stuff like this blows my mind, because it doesn't mean like just because you're with a soulmate or you have this, divine connection with a person that people aren't going to in that make mistakes.
Right.
So, but even, and this wasn't necessarily a mistake, but Hosea, okay, in the Bible, he was told by God to go and take this woman who was a prostitute as your wife.
And
Right.
continue.
She's going to cheat on you.
Right.
She's going to have children by other men, and you're going to still take her back and love her, because he was basically the example of God's love. Unconditional love for another person, that although they have made a mistake, so there might be great heartbreak
And
in
I mean,
this
but
situation.
behind
But
that
you're,
premise alone.
but you're right, because even with Abraham, Sarah, he said he went out and had babies, and God waited till he was 90 and she was 80-something years old, and he said to him, if you waited on me like I planned to, she would have babies. So now take your firstborn up to the bush and sacrifice. So I agree on what you're saying, but the question to him, he's saying to us is, we see it, would it be okay? Now I have my best friend is female and male, But my things like this, my
At the same time?
No, not transgender. You got down with that one.
Y'all see.
But she's and right, bang bang. But there has times in the relationship that she'll do anything in the world for me, and the person I'm dating get jealous. Like, why she over here? If you call, she just comes, or if you need something, she gets it. I said, because that's friendship. We don't know about that language anymore. It's called true friendship. Ride and die. If I'm hungry, you're hungry. If I got $5, you got half of that. If I got a flat tire, you gonna help me fix it. That's what I'm saying. We don't know about now. That's that true 100 New York. You know, yo son, we down.
That's the LA 100.
See, that's the point. And I think. We have a caller. Let's see who this is.
Down with that one.
Turn the radio down.
Turn your radio down.
Hey.
Or your
turn it
computer.
off.
Or laptop. Whatever you're using on.
Mute.
Turn it off.
Turn them off.
All right. Tell us. Okay.
Is she
Tell
asleep?
tell us your name and where you're calling from.
The bed.
She like, hello.
It's Roro calling from Hawthorne.
You sound like
Miss
you
Roro,
tired. You tired, baby?
Miss Roro, you gotta turn your sound down.
Wait, is that Roro?
Roro, that's
Yeah.
supposed to be our
Oh, girl, hey, who's trying to make us wet with the sexy voice?
Oh, her husband is in the room.
No, Jesus.
You gotta talk up, girl.
How you doing, Miss
I
Roro?
am trying to talk up. I think I'm losing my voice. My baby finally went to sleep. I think he's getting me sick. I'm like, oh, Lord.
Okay, what's your question, Miss Roro?
I don't have a question. I just had just about a comment.
Oh, okay. What's your comment?
I was trying to get through the last 10 minutes, but I think you guys already passed it up for what I was trying to say.
Okay.
I don't know if it's a delay on the live chat.
It is.
Okay, that's what I thought.
What you got, sweetie? What you got? Help us out.
Oh, Jesus.
Miss Roro, what you got to
What
say
you got?
to us?
What you got?
Roro?
No, I don't even know what I want to say anymore.
Well, look. Thank you for calling, Miss Roro. We know you want to remember it so bad. So when you remember it again, get back at us, okay?
Life
All
is
right, miss you guys. I'll call you guys back.
All right. Thank you, Miss Roro. But thank you, Ms. Roro, and shout out to our sponsors, Pitbull. But to that point about, there will be mistakes made, I would be okay with her having that friendship, because even if it's for better or worse, sickness or health type of ordeal, I believe in marriage, period. I don't believe in divorce. So while I am assuming that there will be nothing to be had, I'm going into a marriage saying that if anything from top to bottom happens, positive or negative, I got to ride it out anyway. So there's no point for me to actually really sweat on some ifs, maybe, woulda, shoulda, coulda. I'll deal with anything negative that comes my way when it comes that way. So I might as well go ahead and let you have that friend, because a lot of times we be fretting over nothing anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes that friend helps your relationship. Many of it's the opposite. It helps you out, because she won't listen to you because you're arguing with her. So she'll listen to him because saying, well, he's biased and he's just only telling me from a man's point of view. So sometimes say it once again, it goes on how grown you are, how mature you are in yourself. I don't say we're not going to be jealous people, because we are.
Naturally.
But my thing is that if you're an intellect and you know who you are and you know who the person your soulmate is, these things you don't worry about. There are obstacles that's going to come, because my thing, like this cheating is all form. You have to lay on the bed to cheat with somebody. There's mental, there's physical, there's attraction, there's speaking, there's different things that you can cheat without just laying on the mattress with someone. So my thing is that if you got to worry about where you're going to be at the end of the day, I don't need to be with you, because that means I don't trust you, and then that's a problem. So again, you be able to trust your soulmate and be able to go and have a good day and do what you need to do. And so she said, well, babe, I got a flat, but Jerome came and fixed it. All right, appreciate it. Big up, Jerome. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Did he get you right? And and you go on your way. Saying what she should do to you as a woman.
You disagree?
But
Hey,
that's cool.
Hey, if you do disagree, what we gonna do? We gonna hit this break real quick, and we gonna talk about that when we get back. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned.
Your head like you disagree.
This
Yes,
is
yes.
Urban Nation Radio, Monday night love sessions. Just really quick before we kind of give our final thoughts, final statements for this evening. I just want to let everyone know that next week, February 24th, next week is February 24th, correct?
It is.
Next Monday, we're going to have a special guest. Her name is Tiffany Wright. She's with the Experience. I mentioned last week the launch event that she's going to have on March 1st. So she's going to come in, she's going to talk about her organization, and she's also going to talk about the launch event. So please tune in next week to join us with that conversation. And the topic, I believe we're talking about love at first sight. Remember, we're wrapping up our love series. We also have
Great way to wrap it.
Cameron David, who will be back with us as a special guest next week as well. So, we want to thank Key 77, Cameron David this week.
We
We
gotta
want to
get Cameron
thank
David to sing.
Rudolph as well, and of course SB for sitting in, standing in. So we don't know who might join us next week as well in the studio, but for sure we know we have the two of them. So final, I guess, statements all around, and then I'll give the final.
We can culminate. But, Rudolph,
You got a final statement?
Oh, well,
relations to Twin.
1 minute, 60 seconds.
I just want to say, find your soul, love God first, love yourself first, and it'll all come to you in one fold. Just believe, never give up. It's out there. Have patience, have understanding. And for those who don't believe, take a second and check the word out. Young lady gave the word today, and it will help your life, and it will bless your life. And thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you for being
I
here.
thank you. Thank you very much.
Cameron David?
Oh, I'll go. Just to piggyback off what you were saying, have that understanding and try not to lean not to your own understanding.
Preach.
We go through life, just thinking that what we encounter is what it is, and that's basically what we want, but it may not be what God has for us or what is for us really. So have that faith and know that everything will work.
Yeah, a prophet, a man gain the will, lose his soul.
Well, since they all up in the Bible and stuff, let me just say what I got. Come on, Sally. Come on, Sally. The Bible says, when you wait on your
Make it
soulmate,
plain.
I'm just going to say my scripture then.
Go on, scripture.
Say it.
Go on,
Say
scripture.
it.
You wait on the Lord to be of good courage, and he shall strengthen thy heart. Wait, I say, unto the Lord, and you will get your soulmate.
There it is.
Amen.
SB.
SB.
Well, I'm not gonna go there. Not to say I'm not a believer.
Come on, devil.
Let's-
Just go. Just say what you gotta say.
don't do that. Don't put that message out there. No, in all honesty, I'm gonna just keep it real secular for those that that ain't found or haven't reached our level yet. Let's go there. All right. All that glitters ain't gold. You get what I'm saying? We're in a, like you said, we're in a world of what can you do for me right now? What does it look like to the public? Where Instagram and Facebook rules the land. You have to give off this false image, and the person that you may think that you fell in love with or in lust with is not the person for you. You get what I'm saying? And although you may feel it in your spirit, you may feel it in your heart, it don't necessarily mean that is your soulmate. You guys are meant to be together. Excuse me. And like I said, and no, last one. And
Quickly, brother.
And if he was brought to you, or she was brought to you, maybe even by God, doesn't mean that it was your soulmate. Maybe it was a lesson. Come on now.
That part.
All right, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
Detroit.
Well, I don't know what to say after that. When you know, you know, and when you don't know, you don't know. When you knew and don't have, then you will know what it is to actually have. So you should go and get it. And to the other point, to his point, just because you may not be the most religious person, and that doesn't mean the person isn't divine that you find. It isn't a divine situation for you. So And I say that and pass that to.
Okay, I'm just quickly going to read this from one of our listeners. His name is Terrence. He said there's a difference between being friends with a person versus being an acquaintance. Once the line of intimacy has been crossed and it doesn't lead to matrimony, friendship becomes a threat to the union of the marriage. At best, they can be acquaintances. All I want to say is I want to thank everyone for listening this evening. I want to thank you for joining in the conversation. I hope that it sparks other conversations that you will have later on in life. Please tune in with us next week. If you have comments and you didn't get to call this week, make sure you call in next week because we want everyone to be heard. That's what Urban Nation Radio Monday Night Love Sessions is all about. We want to thank Pitbull for being one of our sponsors. We want to thank RMConlive.com, which you're listening through, and hopefully you'll be with us next week. So thank you, and thank you to everyone else.
Yeah. I got here.
Deuces.
Like that's